Hello everyone, this is Brosencha. I'm still working on breaking Final Fantasy VI a little bit more, and today I mostly want to help people know how to break it more using the sketch glitch. Now, there have been three classic ways that we've usually been breaking the game with sketch, and these were things that people thought of quite a few years ago. I know Master Zed was working on it. And there are three different ways that you can cause it traditionally to break the game. That's to enter a battle as an imp, as a human, or enter as a human and be turned to an imp. Now, the game has specific bits that are set up in a hex value. I don't remember the exact hex value, but these are the specific bits that happen. With the imp, 1111111. As a human, it's 01111111. And then if you get turned from a human to an imp, it changes 10111111. Now, this is traditionally how it happens, uh, and what people have been using. But as it turns out, if you keep changing the first character to an imp, to a human, have them cast spells, it's going to be changing these values that happen in here. Now, as you notice, the 0 got pushed over one space to the right when you changed them to an imp. And this is mostly what we're doing. Every time that the first character casts a spell, or that the value is changed between human to imp, it changes the value of what we have here. So it moves the 0 to the right, and because the first character is an imp, we have the 1 appearing right here. It's a little bit confusing. You're going to see me doing it in just a little bit. What I'm mostly trying to do is to get this hex value, FA, or in binary 11111010. And I'm using a sketch or a gem box with the first character in order to do this. Now, it's important to note that there's this value that's 03. This has to do with specific targeting with the spell. So 03 means that there's a spell like Remedy, like I believe Life 3 in the 28th magic slot. So we're looking to have one of those there, as well as manipulate the values to get to 11111010. So the easiest way to actually get Remedy in that place, let me move that to the side. If you go in your inventory, and oh, not your inventory, the menu, go to config, scroll down. The one magic order that we're looking for is number 5. So you have effect, healing, and attack in that order. So let me get into battle real quick, and I'll show you what my magic menu looks like. Okay, so the right columns are evens. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and 28. There we have Remedy. Now, most of the sketch glitches that people have been using has been putting mute there, which mute behaves a little bit differently. So having Remedy here causes a whole bunch of different changes to happen. So mostly, I'm going to go ahead and follow that guide that I put up here. Just as a note, this is what the hex values look like right now. Now I'm going to cast imp on an enemy, which is going to change the hex values to this. The reason it doesn't change it to a 1 is because Terra is still human. After that, I will cast imp on Terra, which will change the values to this. And this is how we're going to be manipulating it throughout this little section. Now, you only have to change it 7 times, but because she's using a gem box, I had to figure out 8 spells that she'll cast. So the 0 here means casting on an enemy. The I means casting on herself. It's just the way that I've been doing it. So let's go ahead, shrink that down a little bit, and get rolling. So one of the things that I need to be very careful about as well is making sure that she doesn't miss herself very often, because that'll throw everything off. So here we go with the first spell. Because she's still human, it adds a 0 to the left side of the bits. Now she's turning herself into an imp, which changes the value to a 1. Okay, and I'm really glad that it hit, because if it doesn't hit, there can be problems. Now, obviously, this can be optimized a little bit so that other people can cast spells on the first character. It takes a little bit of work in order to plan that out, but you know, that's part of what's going on. I don't have it all planned out exactly. Okay, glad both of those hit. So the next 4 are going to be cast on herself. Or not on herself, on enemies. So let's just do the bird. The bird's not going to turn into anything, sadly. The enemy imps look hideous anyway, so let's not worry about that. Okay, and I have 2 more spells to cast. Hopefully we get there. By the way, I forgot to say, this is a Mold 1 formation. There are different formations that have different effects, and all of this can be manipulated with spells and with which enemies that you fight. So, at this point, I'm going to vanish the bird, because we don't care to see him anymore. He's kind of cute, I guess. He's got a collar. And that's a beautiful. Pretty adorable. Okay, now this is going to cause some trippy things to happen. The sprites here are not beautiful at all. Let's go ahead and use the warp stone to get out of this. Okay. Now, I got out of there. The main value that we have here is that if you look at the items, there's not too much that's different. Oh, you know, you have some pretty good stuff. But there's a slot that you cannot see, which is slot 255. And in that slot, we've managed to get Moogle charms. So, Sabin, I have no claws for him. I also don't think I have any head armor for him. The thing is, when you hit Optimum, it will give you the best thing that fits into there. But the game gets confused when you don't have anything. And it'll look at slot 255 to see if there's anything there. Now, the game actually, the US version, they blocked it out so that you can't just manually put anything in there. But Sketch put the Moogle charm there. So we hit Optimum, and Sabin now has a couple beautiful, beautiful Moogle charms equipped. I think who else can I give him? Oh yeah, you. So, this is a short guide on how to get Moogle charms there. Now, if you do have equipment that can be equipped in any of these places, just go sell it. You know, I think Sabin would be one of the easiest ones. If you just get rid of all of his claws, he can equip a Moogle charm easy peasy. This can be used in order to skip battles in the world of in the floating continent, in the world of Ruin, Kefka's Tower. You don't have to fight any, as long as you have enough Moogle charms equipped. You know, 1 per party, that's enough. 2 on Sabin's good, though. 2 is fantastic. And that's the short little guide that I have for this. Thanks.